Welcome to the Diastasis Done Differently explainer on what's in this course. Well, first of all, you're going to go through the diastasis facts. You're going to go through the relevant anatomy with lots of photos and images, and you're also going to go through the research review on intra-abdominal pressure and why this is relevant and why I think this is important to know. You're also going to have a look at the real-time ultrasound imaging that we go through. You're going to see examples in real patients, real participants, as well as recordings that I've done over time. So if you're in person, you're going to see a consult right at the very start, and we're going to check in with the person as we go through the different assessment and management principles that we go through. Now, in the assessment principles section of the course, we're going to look at the external observation of the abdominal wall, and we do this in many different positions. We're going to look for the anatomical landmarks, and you're going to learn about those. We're going to look at postural and positional observations during static positions, as well as dynamic activities. So we look at both on your back, on your side, on your hands and knees, on your feet and your hands facing down, in standing, as well as in hanging. We look at how to measure the diastasis in different ways. I've got real-time ultrasound examples, as well as using your fingers to have a look to see what the width of the diastasis is. We're going to look at the linea alba and how it works, as well as the anterior abdominal wall assessment. So we're going to be looking at doming and coning and tenting and trenching, as well as what actually is a transverse contraction, a transversus abdominis contraction. We're going to look at the oblique contractions, what they look like on ultrasound, as well as how they feel under your fingers. We're also going to look at how to use test-retest for the different cues that you might want to give and see the effect of those on the abdominal wall and the diastasis. And lastly, we're going to look at external palpation of the perineum. This is an optional practical that you can do in person. You can choose to do this or not, but it is a very valuable and holistic way to ensure that in taking care of the diastasis, we don't create other problems in the pelvic floor. Now, we also look at the management principles. So we're going to teach you how to program an exercise program for your clients. The different ways that I think about it, the different stages that I think about, it's all laid out there for you. You're given a template, you're given some choices, and you're given an example program as well to use. We're also going to look at some different exercise examples so that you can experience it yourself. And in the in-person course, we actually just go through and we do these exercises, and I can give you feedback in person and at the time so that you can experience different things and have your partner see what's going on during that practical. There's also included a 3-hour panel where there's a Q&A in preparation for an abdominoplasty, as well as what happens after the abdominoplasty, and just the different things that you might want to consider and have in place before you go down the path of abdominoplasty, a tummy tuck repair, a diastasis repair. And then we've got a written case study for you to work through. So why should you do the in-person course? Well, you're going to spend lots and lots of time with me, and there's something about an in-person course that really lends itself to being more than just about the content. And whilst there's lots of content to get through, I try to make it an interactive and reflective experience for you. You get to see the ultrasound imaging on you if that's what you're interested in. So I often work through my lunchtime during that time because the break is really there for you. I don't need the break. So I'm often scanning people in lunchtime or talking to people and answering their questions. You're going to get immediate feedback on your assessment skills and your management skills, how you're teaching exercise, how you're doing the exercises, and how you're assessing things. So clarifying everything at the time, feeling the things that I feel, all of that gets clarified in person, and it's a valuable experience. And you get to socialize with us, the people hosting us, and the other participants. And lots of relationships have been developed, professional ones, where you get to refer to other professionals because there's often a mix of professionals. So it's a great time. So thank you very much for sitting through this. I'm really excited to bring this course to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, find me on social media. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in person, and we'll go from there. Cheers.